If you're a restaurant owner, you've probably been paying a new customer tax and didn't even know it. Many local restaurants are bleeding this much per new customer that walks through your doors and will continue to do so because, well, they're doing what they've been told to do, run ads. Here's the brutal truth. While you're handing cash to Meta ads and Google ads every single day, big restaurant chains are using a deceptively simple blueprint to lock out competitors for pennies. They're not outspending you on ads, they're building moats that make their competitors irrelevant. Today, I'm walking you through the exact 3-pillar system they use to keep cash flow growing without blowing marketing budget chasing new customers. Now, I will warn you right now, one of these steps is going to feel like you're giving away profit, but it's actually how brands like Starbucks and Buffalo Wild Wings have driven massive growth in the last few years. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to stop your restaurant from bleeding cash on ads and start owning your local market. Just real quick, as a business owner, you know that running a business isn't easy. You have the actual product or service you sell, you have to keep your own training or products up to date, and then oh yeah, there's the whole marketing part of it. Truth is, there are lots of different ways, tactics, strategies to get more customers to your business. But if you want more repeat customers and more sales without complicated tools or spending a ton of money each month, digital loyalty program is one of the easiest, fastest, and most affordable strategies. Make that happen in your business. And because you're watching this video, got something that I'd like to give to you. Created a free playbook called 5 Loyalty Strategies to Generate Cash Flow Fast. Inside, you'll find 5 simple loyalty campaigns you can set up and launch right away. Each campaign is simple to understand and create, no big budget required, and your customers are gonna love them. Just simple, practical loyalty ideas that can start bringing in more cash flow within just a few days. These are the same types of campaigns local businesses use to get customers coming back more often and spending more each visit. You could sign up for the Lealtad app to create these loyalty programs. You could also use tools you may already have. I just want to give you something to help you get more creative juices flowing and start getting more sales to your business. That sounds helpful? Grab the free playbook now. You can find the link in the description below. Download it, pick one strategy, and put it to work today. All right, let's get back to the video. Before we dive deep into the 3 pillars, you really ought to be aware of the brutal math that makes many, if not most, restaurant owners fail without even knowing why. There's a specific ROI gap between ads and loyalty that sounds like a typo, but it could be the reason that the big chains, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Domino's, and the like are winning. The good news is that you're going to discover exactly what they're doing so that you can replicate it for your restaurant. All right, let's start with pillar 1, and that's going to be a tiered rewards program. So let's quickly consider why tiered programs work in the first place. Not that long ago, I received an email from Chick-fil-A showing that I'm a silver member and that I should go visit soon because gold status awaits. If I'm being honest, I'm not really sure what would be the difference between being a Chick-fil-A silver member versus a gold member, but I will tell you that I want it. And that gamification infused with status is the psychology that keeps customers coming back. Now, let's talk about the new customer tax that I mentioned. Facebook ads and Google ads operate on cost per click. And when you're spending $1, $2, or more on a single click, all of those clicks end up costing you $5 to $10 per new customer. Think about that for a moment. If you're running Google ads targeting keywords that cost about $1 per click, and if you're running an elite campaign converting at 10%, although many businesses report conversion more along 2 to 5%, but even at 10%, your restaurant paid $10 even before that new customer walked through your door. Compare that to sending a push notification in a digital rewards program to a customer you already have. It costs you fractions of a penny since a digital loyalty program is a fixed cost. The math is brutal. Recent industry data shows that integrated loyalty platforms are delivering a 52 to 69 times higher ROI on retention marketing compared to fragmented paid ad strategies. That's not a typo. 52 to 69 times. If you're spending hundreds of dollars every week on paid ads to fill seats, you're essentially renting customers instead of owning them. The moment you stop paying, they disappear. So now let's look at how you fix it. Tier 1 is your bronze or member level. Automatic enrollment, basic points per dollar spent, 0 friction to join. The goal here is simple: build the database. Every single person who walks through your door should be in your system. This tier is about volume, not exclusivity. Tier 2 is your VIP or gold level. just like that email from Chick-fil-A reminded me. This unlocks at a specific spend threshold, usually $200 to $300. Once the customer hits that mark, they get exclusive perks. It doesn't just have to be free stuff. It could be something like early access to new menu items, bonus point multipliers, or one of the most powerful offers you could make: members only events. This tier is about retention and making your best customers feel super appreciated. Again, this higher tier isn't just about giving away perks. There's a psychological switch that flips in a customer's brain once they hit this level that makes them virtually immune to your competitor discounts. Here's what happens. When a customer has 150 points sitting in their account, those points create a digital switching cost. They'll drive past 3 other restaurants to get to yours because leaving means abandoning that value. Your competitors just can't compete with that. They're stuck offering discounts. You're offering ownership. The mistake most owners make is overcomplicating the tiers. You need customers to understand the benefits in 5 seconds or less. If they have to read a paragraph to figure out what they get, you've already lost them. Keep it simple. Spend more, get more, become an elite customer. Now, if you're using the Lealtad app, all of this tier tracking happens automatically. No spreadsheets, no manual tracking, no headaches. The system does the heavy lifting so you can focus on running your restaurant. But here's the problem. You can build the perfect tier structure, but if nobody signs up, you're just running a ghost program. You need people in the database for any of this to work. And that's exactly where most restaurants fail. They set up the tiers, they print a poster, and then they wonder why only 3 people joined in the first month. Therefore, you need phase 2, a sign-up system to actually fill your database. This is the step that separates restaurants with a few dozen members from restaurants with thousands. So let's get into it. We're gonna cover the obvious spots like your counter and tables. There's one invisible location in your restaurant that most owners completely ignore, and it could actually be the location that has the highest conversion rate of the entire system. Let's talk about where you're actually placing these loyalty QR codes. Point of sale, that's your cashier counter. Tables, use tent cards that sit right in front of customers while they're waiting for food. Menus, bottom corner, can't miss it. And here's one most people skip: bathroom mirrors. Sounds weird, but many people pull out their phones in the bathroom anyway. Give them something productive to do. And here's why this works. It's one of the only moments you have their undivided attention. They're not staring at a menu deciding what to order. They're not in the middle of a conversation. They're not juggling their wallet or their receipt. You're capturing them when they have zero distractions. That's marketing real estate you can't buy anywhere else. Now, here is, bar none, where many restaurant rewards programs fail. If you speak with a restaurant owner who says a loyalty program didn't work or isn't worth it, I can assure you that it's with this issue they dropped the ball. Here's the thing about rewards programs. Passive enrollment isn't going to cut it. QR codes alone won't cut it. Table tents alone aren't going to cut it. Stamping it on your bags alone isn't going to cut it. When you look at all the successful rewards programs and compare them to restaurant rewards programs that flopped, they all have this one thing in common. And this thing is employees being fully enrolled about mentioning the reward program. You need your staff trained on a script, and that script needs to be said over and over when a customer walks in, when an order is being taken, when the customer is paying. Here's what they say, and this matters. Are you a restaurant name VIP member? Why does this work? A question like this is frictionless because it's a quick question, includes a ton of curiosity, and if the customer has questions, they can ask right then and there. You're creating multiple touch points that compound. Here's the data. Restaurants that rely on passive QR codes alone see a 5 to 10% sign-up rate, but restaurants that combine QR codes with mandatory staff questions see capture rates jump to 30 to 40%. That's the difference between signing up 50 people a month versus 200 people a month. Same restaurant, same traffic, just better execution. Let me paint you a picture of how you can deploy this in your restaurant. Let's say you have a sit-down restaurant, like a burger restaurant. You could put a QR code on the receipt, on a table tent, on your tables, and the staff asks when taking orders. Also, as mentioned above, don't forget the QR code in the bathroom, as that's a commonly overlooked place, but a huge opportunity to add members. That's 4 chances to convert a customer. If you're more of a takeout delivery restaurant like a pizzeria, here's what you could consider. QR code sticker placed on the box for delivery orders, a QR code added to your menu insert, and a QR code counter display for walk-ins. This captures both dine-in and takeout customers. The psychology here is simple. Omnipresence signals legitimacy. When customers see your loyalty program everywhere, not signing up feels like they're leaving money on the table. Now, I know what you may be thinking. Your staff is going to say they're too busy to ask every single customer. Here's how you can handle that objection. This is a 5-second question that increases tips. Regulars tip better, period. When customers feel like they're part of the club, they'll treat your staff better and they tip more. Frame it as a win for the staff, not extra work. Even better, offer employee incentives for signing up loyalty members. If employees sign up X number of new members, they get a bonus. Here's another layer of value for your restaurant. You just turned your employees, people that you're already paying, into your highest performing customer acquisition officers. No marketing agency, no Facebook ad budget, just a 5-second script that builds your database while they're already doing their job. That's leveraged growth. Here's a quick win you can implement this weekend. Use a graphic tool like Canva to create all your touch points. Print the QR codes, laminate them if you want them to last, and place them everywhere. There are also printers that can do all of this for you quickly and easily at reasonable cost. You can have the entire system live in one weekend without spending more than like 20 or 50 bucks. But now you're facing the real challenge. Customers are signing up, they're in your database, but they're not coming back fast enough. You need frequency. You need them walking through that door again within 7 days, not 7 weeks. And that's where most loyalty programs die. They get signups, but those signups just sit there collecting dust. The next part is where your competitors will think you're going out of business while you're actually quietly growing your weekly cash flow. It's a strategy that looks like a mistake on a spreadsheet, but it's the exact reason Starbucks owns their market. This third pillar is a loss leader or a tripwire offer. If you're not familiar with the concept, basically you give something of value away for free or at a discounted cost to get a prospect into your funnel. The idea is that you take a loss on your front end, but you'll make up for it in multiples on the back end. If you've ever seen free plus shipping book offers on your social media feed, that's exactly what this is. Now, I can hear it already, so let's address restaurant owners' biggest fear about this strategy directly. Won't customers just grab the free food and never come back? This is the exact fear that keeps restaurants stuck, and I get it. The idea of giving away food feels like you're losing money, but this fear is based on bad math and zero understanding of back-end economics. Here's the data point that should change your mind. Starbucks and Buffalo Wild Wings built empires on free sign-up rewards. They're not stupid. They understand the math. And once you see the numbers, you'll understand why this works. Here's a quick breakdown. Let's look at the Buffalo Wild Wings offer. A free burger when you sign up for their loyalty program. On its face, this sounds like a plan for disaster. A burger at my closest Buffalo Wild Wings costs $10.79. I'll assume a 40% margin. So they're giving away a little over $6. But here's the guardrail. The reward requires a minimum $25 spend before it can be used. So they're probably breaking even, possibly even turning a profit, even before that customer redeems that free burger reward. On top of that, when that customer comes back to redeem it, they're possibly bringing someone with them, which doubles the ticket. You spend $6 to generate $60 in revenue. That's a 10x return. Now, compare that to the new customer tax we talked about at the start. Instead of paying Google $10 for a stranger who might never return, you're paying yourself $8 in food costs to guarantee a second visit from someone who already likes you. You're not renting attention anymore, you own it. And don't forget, you can put strategic constraints on this to protect yourself, just like Buffalo Wild Wings does. Make it dine-in only. This drives higher tickets and prevents delivery abuse where someone just grabs the free item and ghosts you. Or make it kick in after an initial $20 spend. This proves intent. They're not just signing up for free food, they're already a paying customer. Why does this work psychologically? It removes the barrier to entry. Customers don't have to wonder if your loyalty program's worth it. You're showing them immediate value. It creates instant gratification and it triggers the reciprocity principle. When you give someone something for free, they almost feel obligated to return the favor. That's human nature. Here's how you frame it. Sign up today, get a complimentary signature item on your next visit. Notice I said complimentary, not free. Free sounds cheap. Complimentary sounds premium. Words matter. And a bonus move. Source UGC of customers redeeming their rewards. Real reactions of people enjoying their free item builds social proof and FOMO. Post those videos on Instagram and TikTok. Suddenly, everyone wants to be part of your club. These three pillars running together creates a flywheel. Signups drive redemptions. Redemptions create content opportunities. Content drives more signups and higher perceived value. And here's the kicker. While every competitor in your area is discounting because that's the easy and lazy thing everyone does, you're building a database of loyal customers who come back without bribes. That's the moat. That's how your restaurant dominates. All right, you now have the 3-pillar blueprint that the big restaurant brands use to dominate, and now you can use it too. Tiered rewards for retention, omnipresent signups for growth, and loss leaders for conversion. Deceptively simple as advertised, isn't it? Here's your 90-day action plan to get this locked in for your restaurant. Days 1 through 7, set up your tiers in the Lealtad app. Days 8 through 14, print and place QR codes everywhere. Point of sale, tables, menus, bags, bathroom. Days 15 through 90, send weekly push notifications and collect UGC from customers redeeming rewards. Here's the magic number to track. Get every new sign up to their 4th visit. Industry data shows that once a customer hits between 3 and 4 visits, their churn rate drops by 78%. That's when they transition from trying you out to this is my spot. Your entire 90-day strategy should be focused on hitting that number. If you see someone getting close to that 90-day mark and they haven't been back a 3rd or 4th time, send that person a discount to encourage a visit quickly. Now, as a friendly reminder, grab your free playbook, 5 loyalty strategies to generate cash flow fast, in the description. It includes the exact tier structure template and QR placement guide. Once you own your zip code with loyalty, I'll show you how to turn those members into a referral army. Now, there's something else you need to be aware of. Building the database is only half the battle. If you have 5,000 people in your system, but you don't know the single most profitable way to message them, you're still leaving money on the table. Most owners think it's about sending discounts, but that actually kills your margins in the long run. There's one specific type of notification that time and time again, data shows gets a significantly higher ROI over a standard coupon. I break down exactly what that is in this video right here.